"Buy my bike, sir. Mommy hasn't eaten in 2 days." The little girl's voice barely rose above a whisper, but it hit like a punch to the gut. She stood alone on the sidewalk, barefoot, holding a cardboard sign that read, "For sale." Beside her sat a pink bike with one loose training wheel. Across the street, 5 bikers in black vests slowed their Harleys as they passed. One of them, Tank, caught her eyes first. He pulled over without thinking, boots hitting the pavement like thunder. He crouched down in front of her, arms covered in tattoos, his vest reading Hell's Raiders across the back. "You selling this?" he asked, pointing to the bike. She nodded solemnly. "How much?" he asked gently. She bit her lip, looked down at the cracked sidewalk and said, "Enough for soup. Or bread. My mommy says we don't need much." The rest of the crew dismounted, curious. That's when one of them spotted the woman slumped against a tree nearby, wrapped in a blanket that looked like it hadn't been washed in weeks. Her hair was tangled, eyes hollow from exhaustion, and arms wrapped tightly around her knees. She wasn't drunk. She wasn't high. She was just done. Tank turned back to the girl. "What's your name, sweetheart?" "Maya." "And your mommy?" "Jessica." He stood up slowly and looked over at the woman. "Mom," he called softly. She blinked, then tried to stand. She wobbled. Tank rushed over and caught her before she collapsed. "Don't touch me," she whispered, ashamed, but her legs gave out. "Easy," he said. "We're not here to hurt you." One of the younger bikers, Ghost, handed the girl a protein bar from his saddlebag. She took it but didn't eat it. She walked it straight over to her mom and said, "Here, Mommy. We can share." That did it. Tank felt something snap inside him. He looked at his crew. This ain't right. Back at their clubhouse that night, the story poured out. Jessica was a nurse. She'd worked the ER through the pandemic. Then her fiancé, Maya's father, was injured in a hit and run. Jessica took time off to care for him. Her employer fired her. The insurance company dragged its feet. Then the landlord doubled the rent. They lost everything in 4 months. He eventually died from complications. No lawsuit, no payout. Just 2 people who got left behind by the system. But the worst part, Jessica knew exactly who hit her fiancé. The driver was the owner of the largest dealership in the city. Wealthy, untouchable. No charges were ever filed, no witnesses came forward. But Jessica remembered the car, the plate, the smirk. And now? That man still lived in a mansion, selling luxury cars while Jessica and her daughter lived behind a grocery store dumpster. Tank's jaw clenched. Ghost cursed under his breath. The others didn't say a word. They didn't have to. The next morning, the Hell's Raiders rolled out. They weren't looking for revenge. They were looking for justice. The dealership was easy to find. Glass windows, marble floors, rows of sleek cars parked out front like trophies. The man himself, Gregory Slane, stood at the front desk in a tailored suit, sipping espresso. Tank walked in first, slow and calm. "You drive a black Escalade, 2021, he asked. Slane didn't even look up. "Sold it." "To a hospital ER nurse's husband." Now Slane looked up. "Excuse me. You hit a man in that car. Put him in a coma, left him to die. You remember now?" Security moved. The raiders didn't flinch. Ghost stepped forward with his phone. "Video evidence, license plate match, 1 witness." "It's enough," Slane's smug grin slipped. "You people think you can intimidate me." Tank smiled coldly. "We don't need to. You're going viral either way. See, people still care about nurses, about little girls trying to sell their bikes so their mums can eat." Outside, Ghost was already streaming live. Thousands were watching, comments flooded in. Slane's name was trending in under 10 minutes. By sundown, Jessica had 3 job offers, a GoFundMe that passed $50,000 and keys to a small apartment, paid for by the raiders, no questions asked. As for Maya, she got to keep her bike, but more importantly, she got her mum back. And that night, as the sun set over the city, a little girl rode her pink bike down a quiet street. Her mum watched from the porch, hand in hand with a man in a black vest who didn't smile much unless she was around. Because sometimes the roughest hands carry the softest hearts, and sometimes the people you fear the most are the ones who show up when no one else will. Before we end this story, let us know in the comment, where are you watching from? If this story moved you, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more powerful stories like this one. You never know, the next one might just change your life.